Welcome to the Vintage Times, a program for older adults. On our program today, we will talk about a survey of older persons in Downers Grove Township concerning safety and crime prevention. The survey was conducted by the Downers Grove Township SALT Council. We want to thank those of you who completed and returned the survey because it helped us to learn of your concerns about safety. We also learned about what seniors know and don't know about programs that are designed to enhance their safety. With me to discuss the survey is Mark Thoman. Mark is the president of the Downers Grove Township SALT Council. Thank you, Mark, for joining us.
My pleasure, Hannah.
And can you first describe what is the Downers Grove Township SALT Council?
The SALT Council is an organization of volunteers and public safety groups in Downers Grove Township. So it includes all of the communities and all of the unincorporated area in Downers Grove Township. And it includes the fire departments, police departments, and then the volunteers who are involved in senior activities in Downers Grove Township. It's been going on and off for a long time. And you talked about the survey. One of the original surveys was done in 1999. I have a copy of the results of that survey from 13 years ago. And that was kind of the incentive to do the survey again. I got my visual aids here. This is the survey that we sent out to over 6,500 senior citizens, and that was in a specific edition of the Banner News. So if you got one of these, you got the survey, and we were very fortunate in that well over 500 seniors filled out the survey and returned it to us. So we had a good, statistically valid sample to update the needs and concerns of the seniors in Downers Grove Township. Now, one of the major outcomes of that survey in 1999 was the development of the File of Life, this is a File of Life kit that you can get from fire departments, from the township offices, and it contains forms that you fill out and put out things like your medications, if you have any pets, and you put that information on your refrigerator. So when public safety people enter your home for any reason, one of the first places they know to look is on your refrigerator to see if you have a File of Life. And there were several people, Lynn Drow from the Westmont Fire Department, Marcia Giesler and Marion Heinz from the Downers Grove Fire Department and Police Department. They've been very good about getting this program and keeping it going over the last 13 years. So we decided that would be another a key item coming out of the survey that we would try to reinvigorate with information. What we found in the current survey was that we had a different batch of seniors, obviously, 13 years apart. So it was important that we did the survey to update what we knew and what they wanted to tell us. And we did find that there were some changes in the concerns of people. Now, senior and elder abuse by caregivers and younger family members has been a continuing concern of senior volunteers, senior professional counselors, and public safety officials, and that continues. But we found some things like there's a Sheriff's Guardian program that almost nobody knew anything about, and it's a very simple program that involves an automated phone call about once a week. If the senior doesn't answer the automated phone call, it's followed up with an actual person calling up. And if that phone call isn't responded to, they call their emergency contact. The Sheriff's Department calls the emergency contact people and says, look, we can't get a hold of your senior, can you check on them? And if there's no emergency contact to be had, then they'll actually go to the house
Right.
or the apartment
Right.
or condo
Right.
and find out if there's anything wrong.
Right. I want to show you, we have information about the Guardian program. It's free. It's a very important program. You can register with the DuPage County Sheriff's Office.
We also found that a second program that the county sheriff offers is a neighborhood watch program for unincorporated areas.
Right.
Most of the municipalities have some sort of neighborhood watch. The county provides a neighborhood watch program for the unincorporated areas. Very few of the seniors were aware of that.
Right.
And those are programs that we'll give watchers information at the end of the program where they can contact to
Right.
get further information on this.
Right.
But Deputy Mike Urso from the DuPage County Sheriff's Department is our key contact for those two programs. And he's a very helpful, very nice guy. He's
Right.
really good with seniors.
Right.
He's just a general,
Right.
he's a good guy.
Right.
We also found that seniors are not taking advantage of the safety checks that most fire departments will offer for free. And I don't know if part of that is because seniors are afraid of having strangers in the home, maybe, but that program is out there to help seniors. And there's two components, because the fire department where they live, and the entire township is covered by some fire protection district of some sort. They'll come out to their house and they'll go through their house with them, and they'll point out things that may be a danger that can be made safer,
Right.
so that they are less likely to have accidents or falls where they might injure or incapacitate themselves. And it's a very simple program. It involves a lot of repetitive things like safety bars in the shower stall, and making sure you don't have loose carpeting
Right.
on your stairways,
Right.
that type of thing.
It really is a good program. I went along with both the fire and police person, and I learned many things I didn't think about, of how to prevent falls and how to prevent fires. It's very important.
Yeah, one of the things that we found when we talked to some seniors specifically about that is they were kind of intimidated by a group of people, a group of officials in uniforms, fireman uniforms or policeman
Right.
uniforms, showing up at their front door.
Right.
And one of the things that in our discussions with the public safety officials is we'll be asking them to just send one person, because we tell seniors, be aware of
That's
groups
right.
coming to your doors wanting to come in. So
Right.
again, we'll be asking and working with the police and fire departments, just send the one person so they're comfortable,
Right.
and that person will stay with the senior all the way through
All the way through. And I want to emphasize, it's also provided by police departments
Right.
who check on your safety to prevent any criminals from entering your home. So these are two separate home safety checks.
Right. The fire departments are going to be looking more at things like keeping your home safer and healthier
Right.
for you, so you're less likely to injure yourself.
Right.
The police department inspection will look at things like lighting at the entranceways. So if somebody rings your doorbell at night, you can turn on a light, make sure it turns on, and see who's there. They'll check your windows to make sure that your window locks are all operating, that type of thing. More security in the home, where the fire department is more safety in the home. So it is important that seniors take advantage
Of both.
of both, right?
Right.
One of the other things that we found, and this was kind of an unusual one, and it's kind of a new one, is most seniors do not have what's called a home preparedness kit. Now, a home preparedness kit basically consists of supplies that will get you through about 72 hours, about 3 days. So a couple of gallon jugs of water, some food that won't spoil, that doesn't need to be refrigerated, flashlight with batteries, that type of thing. When we met and discussed that, what we decided was we were going to need to put together physically one of these kits so we can show people, do a show and tell. Yeah. In addition to the show and tell stuff I brought today, so we can show seniors exactly what goes into it, and that'll also give us an idea of how much those items cost.
Right.
So we'll be able to tell them what kind of investment they need to make in the home investment kit, in the home preparedness kit. And we like to think that power will never go out, we'll never have any problems, and most neighbors that are aware of a senior living among them will make sure to go check if power does go out, to make sure they're safe. But this is an extra thing for safety that we feel seniors should be aware of and should take advantage of.
So we hope in the future to have more information for you about a home preparedness kit. But we do have some lists and some literature at the township to make available to you.
Yeah, hopefully that's something we can come back and, maybe in the future do another Vintage Times program and show people that. The last thing that kind of came out of it was, and this is kind of a central theme of what we found, was getting the information out to seniors has been a challenge.
Right.
It really has. And, like the File of Life, when it first started up in the early 2000s, everybody was talking about it, everybody was getting that information out, and what they found was it's a constant push. You constantly have to tell people about it.
Right.
There's even programs now, the File of Life is for your home. There's also what's called a Yellow Dot program that in essence does the same thing for your car. So seniors, and we'll be working on getting that information out. The state is trying to get that information out to seniors, that they can put basically a File of Life in their glove box.
That's right.
So if they get in an accident and there's a yellow dot on their rear window, the emergency medical technicians will know to check to see. So what we zeroed in on, as far as the survey results, and I got to back up, because putting together the information from the over 500 surveys was a big effort, because you were involved in it. But Ken Yoshitani, who is also on he helps us out on the SALT Council, and he's also on the Township Senior Advisory Council. So Ken and Hannah did a lot of the work in putting together all of this information, and additionally to the questions that we asked, they took all the comments that everybody sent in, and we broke them out by each municipality, and we'll be taking that information over the next several months out to the communities in the township. Another member of the Senior Advisory Council, Ralph Beardsley, just started.
Yes.
He made a presentation over in Westmont last week, and he got the information out, and the people in Westmont, as we expected, we were telling them things that are readily available, but that a lot of them didn't know. So there's a need to get that information out. So all of the village councils and town councils and city councils in Downers Grove Township, there's 8 or 9 of them, can look forward to a visit from Ralph and you to present this information specifically to the municipalities. It's very important that we get buy-in from the public safety departments and from the municipalities for the SALT program. everybody needs to contribute a little bit of time and energy. We're very conscious that budgets are strained everywhere. So we're trying to keep our initial efforts very low cost. So some of the things that we zeroed in on, spreading information, like I said, in particular about the Guardian program, the phone call system, and the Neighborhood Watch program, both for that exists in municipalities and that also exists for unincorporated areas. Those programs already exist. Mike Urso from the County Sheriff's Department works in Downers Grove Township for those. So in that instance, we'll be acting as an information disseminator to make sure that everybody knows about those programs to take advantage of them. Another item that came out of that was the need for compact information and in a manner that seniors will use. And it's one thing to throw a bunch of information out on the internet and create a web page, and you can go here, you can go there. Seniors tend to be a more analog-based demographic in a digital world. So what we've been working on with a subcommittee of the SALT Council, and again, Ken Yoshitani and Lynn Drall and yourself and myself have been working on this, is what we euphemistically call a Pocket Pal, which is just a very compact assembly of basic information that we'll be looking to finalize, print up, make available to the different public safety departments as a PDF so that they can print up copies if they want to, and just get some very basic information out there. And I just want to let seniors know that the way that we set this up, when you first open it up, there's activities from the different park districts, because park districts have specific programs for senior citizens. I was told that the Burr Ridge Park District is one of the few that has regular bridge and pinochle tournaments for seniors, and I may be one of the only guys my age that still knows how to play pinochle. And but my parents played pinochle regular, and a lot of seniors do and play bridge. Second, when you open this up, and this is something else we found from an information point of view, is the county has many social programs that most seniors are not aware of.
Right.
So we want to make sure that we make seniors aware of those programs. And this is just a mock-up. You can see I've got some scribbling on here and some crossing out. This is our working copy. We keep changing things on it. And then inside is the main information. And it always includes, right at the bottom, the most important thing is your name, your phone number, your contact information, but it includes very general things. Transportation, how to contact the dial-a-ride that the township offers to all senior citizens. There are communities that offer subsidized taxi coupons. Right. Downers Grove, Burr Ridge, Darien, and I think Willowbrook all offer programs like that. There's legal assistance for seniors in preparing documents and getting legal help from the DuPage County Bar Association. They can refer seniors to a lawyer that's been vetted by the DuPage County law. Okay.
I might add that the survey indicated a good number of people do not have wills, living wills, or durable power of attorneys for health care. That is another very important document you need to have. We have copies at the township office, and we can refer you to where you can find an attorney if you need one.
Yeah, that really surprised us, the lack of legal preparation a lot of seniors have. at this point in their life. You
Right.
think everybody has a will, or everybody has a trust, or
Should.
everybody has a power of attorney, or medical power of attorney, or
Right.
or just a simple set of instructions
Right.
of what they want done if something happens to them.
And they cannot make their own decisions.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a simple document. We have it at the township. Please come in and we'll give it to you.
So this is one of the, I call it a receivable, because I can give it to you and you'll receive it. But this is one of the physical things that we'll be producing. We still have work to do on it. I'd like to thank Kathy Jordan from the Elmhurst Senior Council for providing some initial help with that, getting that going. But we'll be refining that and then producing it and distributing it so that all the fire departments and police departments have some, so that all the village halls have a quantity of them to hand out. But not, we're not going to print up 100,000 copies.
No.
Again, we want to keep the cost reasonable, and we want to keep the programs that we're doing efficient.
Right, right. So far, we've done pretty well with low-cost
Yeah.
programs, thanks to volunteers, the SALT Council, the Senior Advisory Committee. They're all volunteers giving their time and doing a great job.
Well, you're part of that, so
Yeah.
thank you, and thank you.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome. Did you have more information?
Yeah, we want to make sure that people know about the access to public transportation that seniors have available to them. We also want to make sure that we start to get that information about the home safety checks out there. And we want to make sure that, especially the Guardian program, we want to get that information out there too, along with reinvigorating the File of Life program. And I want to make sure that all the seniors know that they can always contact the Downers Grove Township offices, and that number is 630-719-6670. And I'm going to give this number more than once. They can also talk directly to you, which is you are the coordinator of senior services, of course.
Right.
And your phone number is 630-719-6682.
Very good. Is there anything else of importance you want to add?
Well, I'd like to share in a little more detail some of the results of the survey, because I thought there were some interesting things. About 1 out of every 3 people didn't know who to call about things. And that was one of the reasons for the Pocket Pal, was to get those phone numbers out, so that people know at least the first phone number to call, so that they can get that information or get that process rolling. And I will say, we did call. We were sitting in a room. We called most of the numbers to make sure that it was easy to get through to a real person, which is important.
Yes, it is.
I forgot to turn off my phone, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry. One of the other things that we found, and this is a program that has been going on forever, is smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms. Seniors still don't have those on every floor, and they're not aware that even the fire department, if they don't have them because they're too much of a bother to change the batteries.
Right.
The fire departments will come out and change the batteries for senior citizens.
Right.
So they don't have to worry about getting up
Right.
on a ladder, potentially falling off and hurting themselves.
Yes.
So that was something that we found that is an existing program that people still don't know about and take advantage of. We also thought that, in addition to the safety checks for falls, we want to make sure that seniors know that the fire departments, these safety checks, they look at it from the point of view of almost a fall prevention visit.
Right.
And at one point in time, I know they did fall prevention clinics.
Right.
And hopefully that's something we can look at for the future. Not right now, but hopefully in the future. I don't know how much time we have left.
One more minute.
One more minute. I do want to mention that most seniors do have a cell phone, and it's important to keep that with them when they're in the house, because if they fall down and hurt themselves, if they have the cell phone with them, they can call 911. And I'll repeat again, any questions any seniors might have, they can call you, Hannah, and at the Downers Grove Township offices. What's your number again?
My number is 630-719-6682. And as Mark said, it's very important for any question you have, please call. If you want, you can call your village hall or any other public agency. And call us, of course. We have lots of information. I wanted to mention we have a list of services and programs for older people that we give out free. It looks like this. Just come into the township office and we'll give it to you. So if you need more information, call us. Also, we welcome you to volunteer on the SALT Council. So thank you again for joining us today, and we'll come back with more safety programs in the future.